Hey, this is Noah from MakerState, and in this video we're going to build a 3D keychain in TinkerCAD. TinkerCAD allows us to build 3D models and create CAD designs. It allows us to work with different geometric shapes and move and reshape. This is the workspace where we're going to create our TinkerCAD build. On the side we have our basic shapes that we're going to use to construct with. There are different shapes we can choose from and different categories such as letters and numbers. In our basic shapes, you're going to find cubes, cylinders, roofs, wedges, stars, toruses, rings. There's a lot to choose from and a lot that can be changed and manipulated as well. With this build, we're going to start with a cylinder, which we just left-click and drag into the workspace. In the top left corner, we can use the cube to navigate. We can change the shape's color, and we can also, if we grab the white boxes, start dragging and reshaping the box itself. As you can see, the cylinder is able to take a more oval type shape, and we can also change the height of the block as well. In order to give the shape and keychain more depth and three-dimensionality, we're going to create a duplicate in order to create an inlay. We're going to Control-C and Control-V and then resize that inlay in order to see how it will fit on top or inside of our original shape. We're going to change its color to create some contrast. As we can see, it lines up, and we're going to lift it up just so we see exactly how it aligns. We can group the shapes together, which will turn them into one color, and will also allow them to move and be reshaped in the same ways. We can ungroup those shapes in order to work with them individually. If I turn that shape into a hole and regroup, it's going to cut into that shape, creating the inlay we want, and already a much more three-dimensional and realistic keychain type shape. I can drag the shape around and the inlay and the original shape move together like they're one shape. Now I want to add the text on the keychain to personalize it. I can grab the text shape and it's going to move the whole word text on top. However, I can edit that and write whatever I want into the text box in the shape menu. We're going to create, and we're going to change the font so it's a little more simple. With the shapes, I can adjust the height and bring it more to the exact height of my original keychain shape. As you can see, I want to recolor it and reshape it so it's not going over but fits inside. Once I have the resized shape I want, I'm going to drag it back on top of our original part of the project. At this point, I'm going to do some final adjustments just so it fits perfectly. Then I'm going to select them both and group it all together. As you can see, it turns to one color. We lose that contrast, but if we hit multicolor, we get the contrast and the multiple colors. Now it's time to create the key ring and the hole that it fits inside of. I want to assemble my pieces and find the key ring first, and there's a number of blocks I can choose from. There's the ring and the torus, which is slightly more rounded. I'm going to use the ring for this project and drag it to the side before I create the hole. As you can see, there's a lot of options for this shape itself, and we're going to use a cylinder to create our hole. Once we bring it into our workspace, it's time to resize it so it's the exact shape of the hole that we want. We're going to bring it into our keychain and overlay it in a way where we can see that it's going to cut through the original keychain and allow us to place our ring inside of it. We're going to turn into a hole to see how it will be transparent and cut in. Now that we see that it's aligned and goes through cleanly and not at a bizarre angle, we're going to group it, and it's going to cut into our keychain, allowing us to add our ring. We're going to resize our ring so it's the size that we want. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees so it's standing up. And we're going to move it in and align it with our keychain and find the perfect spot so it fits in. Now we want to recolor it so it's no longer brown and silver like a key ring. And finally, we're going to group it all together. Now we have a completed keychain that's able to move all together. Of course, we can add more shapes, more inlays, more words, and add detail to it, but this is a great first keychain build. We're going to build on these skills in the following videos.